morning, students. This is your maths class. All students are requested to open your maths textbook. In previous class, we have studied multiplication of integers. Today, we will discuss some properties of multiplication of integers. Properties of multiplication of integers. First property is closure under multiplication. First property is closure under multiplication. And what is the property? Closure property. If a and b are two integers, then the multiplication of a and b should be integer. What is the property? Closure under multiplication. We are saying that if a and b are two integers, then a multiply b, product of a and b is also an integer. With the help of one example, we will understand this property. Closure under multiplication. If a and b are two integers, then a into b, product of a and b, must be an also integer. We are taking an example. A is equal to 9 and 9 is an integer. We are taking variable integer b. B is equal to minus 4. Sorry, b is equal to 4. This is also integer. Now we will check a into b. 9 into 4. What is 9 into 4? 36. 36 also is an integer. So yes, here 36 also is also an integer. So we can say a into b. A multiply b is also an integer. So multiplication is closure. For multiplication here, closure property. If a and b are two integers, then a into b is also an integer. A is equal to 9. This is an integer. B is equal to 4. This is also an integer. If we find the value of a into b, multiplication of a and b, so this is also an integer, that is 36. So we can say multiplication of integers gives integers, so we can say integers are closure under multiplication. So here what we can write? Since multiplication of integers gives integer, so we can say integers are closed. Integers are closed under multiplication. This is our first property. Closure under multiplication. Now, second property, commutative property. Second is commutative property, commutativity of multiplication. commutative property. And what is commutative property? If we have a and b, two integers, then a into b is equal to b into a, then we can say integers are commutative under multiplication. If a and b are two integers, and a into b is equal to b into a. Commutative property we have already studied in addition and subtraction. And what was the commutative property in that topic? If we change the order and performing addition or subtraction operation, then there will be no change in the result. The same property we have under multiplication. If we multiply two integers and there is a change in the sequence, there is a change in the order, then there will be no change in the result. So if a and b are two integers and a into b is equal to b into a, then what we can say? We can say multiplication is commutative for integers. Then we can say multiplication is commutative. Multiplication is commutative for integers. With the help of example, we will understand this property. Suppose we have a is equal to 4 and b is equal to 5. A is 4, that is integer. B is 5, again this is an integer. Now we are finding the value of a into b. 4 into 5, that is 20. Now we are finding the value of b into a. 5 into 4, 5 for the 20. So what we are getting here? Here we are getting a into b is equal to b into a, and both are equal to 20. So we can say multiplication is commutative for integers. We can say multiplication is commutative for integers. This is our second property. Commutative property is same as we have already studied in addition and subtraction operations. Only the main thing is that if we change the order of integer and performing multiplication operation, then there will be no change in the result. A into b is equal to b into a. Here a into b is equal to b into a. If we are getting same result, then we can say integers are commutative under multiplication. Now third property, multiplication by 0. Third property is multiplication by 0. When we multiply any integer with 0, we will get 0 as a result. When we multiply any integer by 0, it gives 0. When we multiply any integer by 0, it gives 0. We can take some examples. 2 into 0, 0. 5 into 0, again we will get the 0. If we have negative integer, minus 3 into 0, we will get 0. 0 into minus 7, again it will be 0. It means we have any integer. Here we are taking 2, 5, minus 3, minus 7. So whenever integers multiply by these zeros, always we will get a 0. So in general, what we can write? In general, we can say, in general, for any integer a, for any integer a, what we can say? A into 0 is equal to 0 into a is equal to 0. Here and here, what we are doing? We are just changing the sequence, just changing the order. A into 0 or 0 into a. As we have already studied commutative property, that's why we can change the order. So here what we can say, a into 0 is equal to 0 into a, it will be equal to 0. This is the third property. Now fourth property. Fourth property is multiplicative identity. Multiplicative identity. When we multiply any integer with 1, then we get the same integer in result. So 1 is the multiplicative identity for integer. Again I am repeating the definition of multiplicative identity. When we multiply any integer with 1, we get the same integer. So 1 is the multiplicative identity. When we multiply any integer with 1, we get the same integer. So what we can say here, 1 is the multiplicative identity. We can take one example. 2 into 1 is equal to 2. So in this number, what number should we multiply to get the same number? We are multiplying by 1. 2 1 is 2. It means we are multiplying these two by 1 to get same integer, that is 2. So here 1 is the multiplicative identity. We can take another example, minus 5 into 1, that is minus 5. So here this 1 is the multiplicative identity. So what is multiplicative identity? When we multiply any integer with 1, we get the same integer. So we can say 1 is the multiplicative identity. In addition and subtraction, we studied one property, additive identity. It means by adding 0, we get the same number, same integer. So there 0 was the additive identity. Additive identity, it means in that part we were adding 0 to get the same integer. And here we have multiplicative. Multiplicative, it means we will multiply with any number to get the same integer. So by which number we should multiply to get the same number, same integer? 1. So here we can say 1 is the multiplicative identity. Okay. So in general, for any integer a, in general, for any integer a, what we write here, a into 1 is equal to 1 into a is equal to a. So here this one is multiplicative identity. Next property is associative property. Fifth property, associative property. Associative property. Associative property, if a, b and c are three integers, then what we can write according to this property, a into b in bracket multiply with c, that is equal to a into b into c. So what is associative property? It means whenever we have three integers, so we can multiply two integers, then the result will multiply with third integer. The result of these multiplication of these three integers will be equal to the multiplication of last two integers, and the result of b and c, last two integers should be multiplied with first integer. So these result will be same. In general, we can say if we have three integers a, b and c, then what we can say, a into b, multiplication of a and b, when we multiply with c, this result will be equal to multiplication of b and c, then the result of b into c should be will multiply with a. So a into b into c is equal to a into in bracket b into c. With the help of one example, we will check associative property for integer. Example, here we have a is equal to 2, b is equal to 3, c is equal to 5. So first we will check a into b into c, 2 into 3 into 5, 2 3s are 6. First we will multiply a and b. So what will be the answer when we multiply a and b? 2 into 3, 6. This result should be multiplied with 5. 6 5s are 30. So what is the result when we multiply a, b and c? 2, 3 and 5. We get 30. Now we will find the value of a into bracket of b into c. So 2 into 3 into 5. Whenever we have bracket, first we will solve bracket. So here we have 3 into 5 in bracket. So we will multiply 3 and 5 first. So 2 we will write as it is. 3 5s are 15. And 2 into 15. 15 2s are 30. We are getting same result here. So we can say a into b into c, that will be equal to a into b into c. So what we can see here, multiplication is associative for integers. Thus we can say multiplication is associative. For integers. This is our fifth property. Thus we can say multiplication is associative for integers. distributive property. Sixth property, distributive property. Distributive property. So we have two parts of this distributive property. Distributive property over addition and distributive property over subtraction. So first we will take first part, that is distributive property over addition. Distributive property over addition. Distributive property over addition. And what is distributive property over addition? If A, B and C are three integers, then according to this property we can write A into B plus C, it will be equal to A into B plus A into C. Okay, look at the both side. What is the meaning of distributive property over addition? A into B plus C. It means whenever. Okay, why we are saying that distributive property over addition? Because here we have addition. The second part is distributive property over subtraction. It means here we will take a negative sign. Here A into B plus C. So here we will write A into B minus A into C. This is the difference between addition and subtraction. So distributive property over addition, A into B plus C. It will be equal to, first we will multiply these two A and B variable, then we have addition, that's why we are writing this addition, and then we will multiply A and C. This property is known as distributive property because we have plus sign, addition sign, that's why it is called distributive property over addition. What is the meaning of this property? A into B plus C. So what will be the final result when we multiply A, B and C in this form? A into B plus, so here we have plus A into C, A into C. This is the distributive property over addition. Okay, with the help of example we will check this property. Okay, example we are taking same integers as we have taken in previous question. Previous property, A is equal to 2, B is equal to 3 and C is equal to 5. First we will find A into B plus C, LHS part. This is our LHS part and this is our RHS part. So first we will find LHS part, that is A into B plus C. What is A? 2 into 3 plus 5. 2 into 3 plus 5, 6, 7, 8. So here we can write 8 and 2 8 is 60. This is our LHS part. This is the value of A into B plus C. Now we will find our RHS part, this part. A into B plus A into C. What is A? 2. What is B? 3. So 2 into 3 plus 2 into 5. 2 3 is 6, 2 5 is 10. 6 plus 10, 16. So what is our LHS part? 16. What is our RHS part? 16. So here we can say LHS is equal to RHS. Here we can say LHS is equal to RHS. That is A into B plus C is equal to A into B plus A into C. Here we can say verified. Thus we can say we can say multiplication is distributive. Over addition for integers. Over addition for integers. This is the distributive property over addition. A into B plus C is equal to A into B plus A into C. Now second part, that is B part, and B part distributive property over subtraction. So here what we can write? Subtraction. So what we can write here, A into B minus C, it will be equal to